Oh, my name is Jobless. And Shala. Where MC?
Yes.
Sure,
I'm good, Mo Akbar, man.
oh, Mo. I don't even know where I want to start this our story.
Shit.
But one thing I know for sure is
we go way back, man.
Niger has missed you so much.
Even I have missed Niger.
Oh yeah.
No jokes. No, honestly, no jokes.
Oh yeah.
People always bring comments. Like, what's happening? You know.
Yeah. Where's my MC?
When you come and do shows, we miss your energy on stage. This and that and this. When I went home last year, I was home for like 3 months, and people were just like, "What's going on? Are you going to do shows?"
In Nigeria last year for like 3 months.
Yeah, for like 3 months.
You didn't come out though.
Yeah.
Because a whole lot of people didn't know that.
No, I came out like a bit. I did some interviews. You know, did some stuff. I was working on this zebra crossing special as well, so I was out on the streets.
Oh yeah.
But there was this COVID scare as well. But
That's
you can't go out. My manager will be like, "Please, your mask." I'm like, "Oh, please."
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
Many things were shut down.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
There was
So I think that was
happening,
why.
yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I like to do my JOI series, I like to take it from the beginning so
Yes,
that people can actually understand where we're coming from, because the level at which people understand what Afrobeat is in places like London, the story they know here is different from the story we know back.
Of course.
Back in Nigeria,
Yeah.
they came in from the middle, right? But there are guys that were there from the beginning.
Absolutely.
And there's no way you want to have that roll call that you're not going to mention somebody like you. You were there from the days of Baby to the CD, from the days of the CD to the CD Baby to the streaming, everything. You were out there.
Everything. Radio 1. Carrying the cassettes.
Cassette days, yeah.
Your VHS videos.
ADAT. All those things.
Half-inch reel, 2-inch reel, quarter-inch reel. Even Ezra Studios, Echo Reel Mix,
Jesus Christ,
JJ Alpha.
They don't know.
As in proper cassettes.
Yeah,
you take it. Alaba mixes.
Yeah, that's the next revolution. You know, that's the next revolution. After the cassette, then Alaba came into the mix.
Yes,
and you cannot. I used to tell people, in as much as those guys did a whole lot of damage,
to
that industry, they did a whole lot of things too. They really
absolutely.
They were the main distribution channel we had then.
Yes.
And before everything now evolved to streaming.
And yeah.
But I want to take it to the onset. I want to start from Allen Avenue. Start from Allen Avenue. And my question is, what were you thinking?
It's Jobless is almost like prophetic in a sense, because I didn't even know what I was doing at the time. I had done a few songs. Wanna Make You Jack, Let's Get Wet, Turn Up the Heat, Passion and Pain. But I just felt that something was still missing. You know, I started to study the American hip hoppers. They would sample their heroes, people like Sly Collins, people like James Brown. And I was thinking, hold on a minute. We have icons now. We have KSC, we have Ebenezer Obey, Onyeka. But Fela, there was just something about Fela's sound. You know? It's so like against the norm, cutting edge. And I just thought, hold on a minute. How about this fusion of Afrobeat and hip hop?
Afrobeat and hip hop, yeah.
And at the time, I was feeling some jams, Basket Mouth, Buy Africa, and Look and Laugh.
Which Basket Mouth? The same Basket Mouth?
Basket Mouth, don't start to leak again.
Okay, Fela's Basket Mouth, yeah.
You know, but I'm like, okay, no. The tempo of the track is kind of like slow. Then I just remembered Look and Laugh. So I took it to the studio, and my producer was just like, "What's that?" I said, "It's music." He said, "Who?" I said, "Somebody called Fela Kuti from Nigeria." I said, "Man, this sounds crazy."
Okay, you didn't record it in Nigeria?
No, we recorded in England. We recorded in like Liverpool Road. Because at the time I just come off the Club 291 contest. I came third.
Yeah, Club 291. Yeah.
Mare Street, and people literally are really, really nervous to go on that. But I said, "Shola, you can go on there." And you can see people every week. They drive them away with the baseball bats. Just very, very similar to what goes on at the Apollo in New York. Top 10. no, top 20, top 10. I'm like, I'm my advance
Top
leave.
5.
Hey. And I will see people crying backstage. Oh, your mama came backstage. And I'll be like, what's this? But I just said, nah, stay in there. Next thing, top 5. I'm like, man, I'm riding, man.
Okay.
Top 5. What?
Okay.
And people are like vibing, and then top 3, you know? And then it was just the top 3. So I came through. Some other guy came second, and then the winner. But for me to get into the top 3, that was major for me
Massive.
then.
Yeah.
At the time, because no people are like raw and straight. They will tell you you're good or you're whack.
Yeah.
I beg.
Yeah. Come out.
And then a Jamu crowd, party bar, fire burn. And I'll be like, oh my goodness. So after they were like, someone just came and said, so what part of America? I said, no, I'm Nigerian. What? I'm Niger, Lagos babe. Or if I'm going to go deeper, from Ijebu. And I was like, huh? You guys understand rap? I said, we even know more than you. Hello. Do you understand? So like I said, going into the studio, bringing the loop, and he was just going mental. So I said 2 key things we're going to take from this. The guitar sound and the horns. And then we just laid it down, and then he put a grunge beat on it, and I started to ride on it in the studio. And I could see the expression, the sound engineer, he was just like, what is this? You know, Igbo guy was just like,
it's a
what
sound
is this?
from nowhere.
I said it's called Afrobeat music.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like, so that's what I'm saying. It was kind of prophetic. And then I put it out. And then somebody was saying, what is this? We don't understand it. I said, don't worry, you will catch up. You don't worry, you understand it. For now, leave it. It's a brand new recipe. I get it. But trust me, with time, it will taste. So if you remember the Sholaris, Dinwa and her husband, Ayo Sholari, at the time they were consulting for a label called Disc Entertainment.
Okay.
So at the time, Disc Entertainment, they were shopping for new artists. Bayo Banjo. So Bayo Banjo, he just literally went nuts that I want this person. And I was already in tune with behind the scenes stuff. I'm like, if you want me, I'm not doing a recording deal. I'm going to do a licensing deal with you. Because I've done everything. I'm bringing everything to the table. You're not paying for my recording. You're not paying for my sessions. So it will literally be an LPD deal, a licensing person and distribution deal. It wouldn't be a recording deal
anymore.
Because the album is done. I'm bringing you a finished product. So we went back and forth a bit. You know, they had their lawyers, but luckily for me, I had also been studying, being a musicians union member. So I knew it wasn't just about the art up front. You also needed to be clued up behind the scenes. You know, your royalty points. What exactly do you want? And then eventually we agreed, and then I signed to them, and I came down to Nigeria, and we put out the album, and I said this has to be the jump off single, Allen Avenue. And then, you know, at the time they shared the same compound of Clapperboard TV. So God. Check that combination. So I said to them, we have a media outlet, get Clapperboard TV to rinse it out. And then some of the guys who were working in the Clapperboard TV, Yinka and I think one other guy called Dari, they now shot the Allen Avenue video. If you remember Reward James directed the Allen Avenue video, and then boom, it comes out, and then the album drops, and then Clapperboard TV offers to do a live telecast of the entire album launch, which was crazy. Wow. And everybody came. Femi Kuti was signed because it was just me and Femi Kuti on the label. And then people just came. Don Sholari blasted it. NTA 10 hooked up. It was just massive. I was just like, what is this? This is crazy. And then it just took off. But some of the promoters were still like skeptical. We don't understand
what this is.
How do we book her for shows? I'm
like, to think of it, this is before Remedies.
Yes, now
this is before anybody.
This is way before Remedies.
Before anybody.
This is way before Remedies. That's why when people are saying pioneer female websites, I tell people it's not even about gender now. It's about the sound. Forget about male or female. It's gender now. But it's also, like I said, it's also prophetic as well. It's a woman who births. We birth things. So that's a seed right there. So that was a seed of the Nigerian hip hop, genre being birthed through me as a vessel. That's what it was. That's what. Looking back,
I would say it's a new face being birthed because people like Blackie, Alex O were there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But none of them were infusing that mother tongue
Yes.
into the style to make it what it is.
And it wasn't hip hop.
It wasn't hip hop, yeah. But you made it that Afro hip hop, bringing that dialect into it. And
Yes.
so 100.
Plus, I wanted to like get tongues just moving. So I took off my entire hair. Remember, I was bald headed. I had my Timberland boots.
Tomboyish, you know.
I had my sagging pants. Sitting on the Jeep. On Allen Avenue. They wanted to do like a green screen. I'm like, nah.
No. We're going to Allen.
Let's go out on the streets. Green Kinney. We can't be doing no green screen stuff with this. Let's go out on the streets. And I remember the vendors, everybody, the vibe was crazy. So we're just shooting real time and it was raw, it was real. That's what I loved about it. And at the time, Allen Avenue was not even tarred. If you remember. It was just sand. It wasn't even tarred at the time. I remember. Because so I said to them, let's shoot on a Sunday. So even though it was on a Sunday, it was still mad busy.
Yeah.
And we just kept going. So you see people driving it like, what's going on? Yeah. They're pressing the and I'll be like, yeah. So all that vibe was also coming into the video as well. I said, no, don't stop. This is natural.
Yeah, let it go.
Just let it go. We're shooting a video. Let's have fun. Let's not be, so mechanical about it. And that was just how we just gave birth to a whole new movement. And then the first people that gave me an opportunity was Benson and Hedges, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Kicking in Kano, Loud in Lagos.
Yeah, Loud in Lagos.
Skide Kemafuna was like, give her a chance. They were like, we don't want to book any female artists anymore. The last female artist was pregnant. She didn't tell us. I said, put me on this concert. You would see. Just give me this chance. And then they put me on. And I would never ever forget when I got off stage, one of the guys came to me and said, we are never ever putting you on stage as our opening act again. We will never make that mistake. You will close the show because of your energy.
The energy
because the moment you left, everything just dropped.
Yeah.
So we've got to keep it. I'm like, what about the best? Leave that one. We will keep it till. So the next one was my first my virgin appearance, so to speak, was Kicking in Kano, and then Loud in Lagos was the next. So Loud in Lagos, I think I was the second to the last. It was me before Shino Peters or me before Lagbaja, I remember. And we just came on blasting. So it was we put a dish together.
Yeah.
I brought the template. This is a template. You guys flesh it out, and that's what we did. It was just, it was just amazing.
Just a little bit after that was when Remedies came into the picture. And started, and then everything started evolving.
Remedies, yes.
You actually gave birth to it, sincerely.
Yeah. No, true. The God just placed me and said, okay, this would be the woman I would use to birth the,
Wow.
And there was a major shocker for me one day, Mudna was just like, weird, where are you? Go on Twitter. I'm like, what's happening on Twitter? Just go on Twitter.
Yeah, like recently?
No, this was like a year after that Allen Avenue dropped. And then I'm seeing somebody tweeting. And it's Questlove.
Oh.
Tweeting. Questlove from the Roots.
Yeah. Questlove, yeah.
And I'm thinking, please, but you're scammed.
Oh, yeah?
And I want to check. And I'm like, it's what? I don't understand. How did he connect to... Yeah. How did he connect to Allen Avenue? Yeah. What's the connection? He had apparently done a write-up on okafrica.com that the hip-hop movement in Nigeria started by a woman, Weird MC. And I was just like, and Mudna was like, man, weird. This is big, man. What? Yeah. And I'm like, honestly, I was like, immediately I sent a message because I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Mos Def, Common, Lauryn Hill, that whole neoclassical movement, Erykah Badu. And I'm thinking, whoa, that means they're checking for what we're doing. So when you see stuff like that, you're like, wow, I'm on the right path. And you just keep going and keep going and keep going. It's amazing.
Wow. This new generation of artists, and let me even say this Gen Z, a whole lot of them. Yeah, they have no idea of how this whole thing started. Everybody just jump into it from the middle. And sometimes when we sit down, sometimes when I'm just on my own, sometimes I just put out a tweet. I could say, some people planted this tree that...
Yeah, sometimes I see your tweets.
That gave you this shade that you listen to. And like a couple of days ago, I had the podcast with Adeshokwe.
Adeshokwe.
Yeah, and I was like, Shop to do. you guys made a big mistake because at some point you guys focus more on the new generation.
Yeah.
Not thinking of this thing started from a point, right?
Yeah.
Couple of I can before COVID, I was still in a Naughty by Nature concert.
Wow.
Salt and Pepper. They still do concerts in America.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
We were still doing craziest, and I'm like, why is it that when it comes to Nigerian artists, once you get to a certain age or a particular gender, they just feel like, oh, you're not relevant again. Then nobody pays attention anymore.
It's a mindset. Honestly, jobless, I really, really reflected a couple of times. I sincerely believe that it's a mindset. A lot of people who are really booking talent are not really, really well versed. So they're just thinking, oh, Shelebo, that's a new thing.
New one. This is where the focus is now.
But you cannot remove the source. When Salt and Pepper came to Nigeria, they apparently went to go and ask the promoter, please, who's that person? They said, oh, she's weird MC. So, and when they came into town, we did a Yoruba mix of the Salt and Pepper. Push it real good. Yeah. Me, Sasha, some other girl, Salt and Pepper.
Wow.
So when we got on stage, we performed together. And I was like, wow. I used to admire Salt and Pepper, MC Light, Latifah. So to be able to be on the same stage with them, I'm like, oh my goodness. So it's the mindset. Look at when Lauryn Hill came.
Yeah.
And I went to say hi to her, and I was just telling her who I was. She was like, y'all told me you have no female rappers. And I'm thinking, really? Is that what you guys told her? Really? You know, yeah. But you told me you don't have any female rappers now. And I was thinking, wow, is that what they told her? And I was just quiet. So honestly, it's a mindset. I feel that's what it is. It's a mindset of the people who are booking the talent. Look at Charlie Wilson now.
Yeah.
He's still doing shows.
Yeah.
He rebranded.
Yeah, those guys are still
did a song
pulling
with Snoop
serious numbers.
And Justin Timberlake, and they're pulling because the way they set up the structure. Yes, I was gonna say this is to Adeshokwe one day, but you guys, the way Smith is doing this huge concert, you can bring some of us in.
There's no reason why you can't bring the old cats. Yeah, I mean, even if it's one or two, let them just be there. The Daddy Shoki, the Wed MC, the Baba Frayo. All those guys were pioneers. Like, those are guys that have sacrificed the whole lot, to make this thing what it is today. And everybody just felt like, okay, it's the wave. It will come. It will come. Wave. But I must admit, when I was having the conversation with Shopware, he admitted, he said yes, they knew that it was a fault from their end. Yes. And they're trying to fix it. Yes. Because I'm like,
because I have a bone or two to pick with him. But when I see him, so if you listen to this thing, you just
I'm sure you'll reach out. I'm sure you'll reach out because he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
He's good. He's good people.
Yeah. So at that point when you did Allen Avenue, right? And Shola, at that point, right? Number one, there is no money in Nigerian music. Then again, the kind of society we live in, they don't really give chances to women.
They don't.
Like that, right? From home, how does your parents feel?
My mom was afraid. My dad passed on, but my mom was really, really afraid. She was like, I don't understand.
Are you sure?
What's this? I said, I've always had these aspirations. And it started with acting. I would write scripts. My dad would freak out. He would rip up the scripts. There was this huge family meeting. My uncles came from Ijebu. Speaking Ijebu to me. I was like, this is what I want to do. Me, she lawyer. Because my dad was like, I want you to be like, me, she lawyer. My dad was freaking out, and I was like, this is what I want to do, and I'm being open about it. I could go behind you and sneak around and do it, but I'm being open, because we were sneaking around doing the weirdos thing, because I was part of a group called the Weirdos, but I was really sneaking around doing it until
the Weirdos used to be 4 girls, right?
5
girls, okay.
Until one day when prime people picked us, I said, yeah, as girls too. And our neighbors were like, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs.
Wow.
So my mom was like, congratulations. And I was like, oh my God, I know paper. Me, I was like, So my dad was angry. And then we did this LTV special. My dad was very, very, very conservative. It was real war. My uncles, but one of his friends was like, leave this girl alone, because he is a writer. I'm a good Benny. She married. They were telling him that. So, but he passed on. But when my mom was on her deathbed, she was like, so what's happening? So I'm like, we're shooting the video, but because you're ill, I can't really focus right now on shooting the Allen Avenue video. We've got to take care of you. And I remember the first time she came to see me perform, Tunde. You remember Tunde now? Tunde. You remember Tunde and his brother? They used to do concerts at the National Stadium. I've forgotten his surname now. He did the maiden edition. I think he did the maiden edition of Felabration with them Femi. His name is Tunde or Tunyi Tall. They used to do concerts. You should remember him. I've forgotten his surname now. Tunde or Tunyi. I could see my mother from afar. Honestly, my mother was at her.
In the concert?
It was like, is that my daughter?
For real?
I actually saw her. She stood like that. I can never forget that image in Iran Buba. Like, Tani Mongu. Do we live in the same house?
Yeah.
Did this person come out of my tummy? I could see that. So she was like, I didn't realize that this is what you're talking about. I said, yes, mommy, this is what I'm talking about. And this is a blessing for me that you've come to see me perform.
Wow.
That's a blessing for me. But what pain was that she never ever got to see the Allen Avenue video. She kept asking, this video, I'll be like, worry. You understand? But it wasn't meant to be.
Wow.
But with my dad, it was like, no go.
No way.
It was hip hop. He was like, what's that? he didn't want to. But my mom was still a bit, but she was just afraid, but how would you do it? Being a woman, your safety, mothers now. I said, Mommy, don't worry. Everything will be fine. Don't worry. You understand? So the determination. But my uncles are like, music will go yewa. I said, you will catch up. You don't understand. I understand it, but you catch up with it. It's a different recipe, but you catch up with it.
But then, even as at that time when Allen Avenue was going crazy, some people were still not convinced yet.
Yes.
But Ijoya was a knockout.
Oh.
Ijoya just came and just showed everybody that.
In fact,
this is I want to hear, how did Ijoya come into play? What came about that idea?
Ijoya, I always say something and I'll keep on saying it. Ijoya is not a song. Ijoya is a gift. Ijoya is a gift from God. Literally, I just finished because I went for a very, very short training, music production and mixing at IMT, the Institution of Music and Technology in Deptford. And one day in my living room, a melody just came. All it was ba ba ba. Ba, 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 ba. That's all it was. I just kept repeating it. It was just in my heart for like a week. Then I like to sing along to melodies. Then I was just saying, Ijoya, Ijoya, Ijoya. Then I record it. I just record. Then I was thinking, I want a sub hook. That's the major hook. I like to have a major a sub hook. So the sub hook was lyrics, Lori Gongo. Lyrics, Lori Gongo. And where did that come from? At the time, I was touring with an ensemble called the Shrine Sound System. I don't know if you know them. DJ Rita Ray, Nicky Lucas, and Mark Renzant. We used to travel around in Europe. Wumelaya, Adebantu, all of us, Tony Allen. So from that, then a talking drummer used to travel with us, Ayondoshu. So we just play around. So because I was just seeing things he used to do with the talking drum, that just came, lyrics, Lori Gongo. Then I just, Shola Lori Gongo. Shola Lori Gongo. I just played, then I said, Ayo, come to the house. Because we both live in Plumstead. I said, why Bongo? So he came to the house. He was like, this thing sounds good, oh. Jeng, we talking drum major. So he was playing, we were just playing around. That was all we had. Then all of a sudden verses were just coming. Hey Joe, one bit great alone, one bit great alone, if flow one by one, the thing was just like I was building a house. It was like a seed. It was just growing, just sprouting to a tree. Then I was thinking, I think it's time. I think it's time. So at the time, one day, Ayo Animashawan asked me to go and do an interview with JJC JJC and the 419 Squad for his magazine, the Hip Hop World, World Magazine. I was in town, so I went to Backbone Studios, to interview JJC and the 419 Squad. So JJC was still like, what's going on with you? You've been quiet. You've not heard from you. What's going on? We've got a song, that we're putting together today. Jump on this song, Joe. They had this song. That's
the same JJC, the same JJC, the same one.
JJC story, Niger. You're sleeping on that dude, man. So JJC. Master Plan, especially Master Plan was like, we have to have you on the struggle. So JJC, Master Plan, So Simple, Smokey,
The Band.
Don Jazzy was just in the studio.
Don Jazzy was there.
Don Jazzy was just sitting down. John Jazzy, he will not say a word. He just kept quiet. He was just in the background. He wasn't saying anything. I didn't meet the band that day. Yeah. And then I put some bars on it, and it was like, and I'm like, hold on a minute. I think you'll have to produce with me. I've got this song that I'm working on. But he's always busy. He's doing the DJ skills thing.
Yeah,
419 Squad, Big Brothers. He had a lot going on. Jamilia remixes. Then one day he just called. He said, "There's a window. Let's get together." I just hit this Backbone Studios. When I started to, rhyme, and he was just like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." Wow. So I brought a template already. This is my template. This is my idea. The talking drums, and I just literally gave him the vision, and then they started to flesh it out. They started to because when you got this mad idea, you need good producers to articulate that idea. That's really, really important. And then we just started to put it down. And then the second day, Don Jazzy came, and he just went to another level. And then I put down the vocals. When we started putting down, I'm like, yes.
And
then he was like, Skills was already like, man, this is a monster. I said, yeah. He said, Shola, he said, Mama, this is a monster. Forget it. That I can tell already. And then we just put it down like that. And then the last session, then we now say, talking drum, come. We laid it down, come and put the talking drums on it. And he just went crazy. So by the time it was cooked, we just like, oh my friend Queen was just like
instant, as in instant HIT, like it was immediate.
It's like even me where I do the song, I was just like, then it was true. Queen was like, I think kids are gonna like this song. I said no, this is a song for. She said no. Shola Omodima like Orin. I said no. She said, have you seen my son? Have you seen how my son reacts? Tyrese at the time was like 2 or 3 years old, and it's true. Tyrese would be then before when it was like Tyrese knew the chorus. She was like, I told you. I was like, what? He was singing in chorus. Once we put the song on, he would run from where he is, would come. She said, I told you, kids are gonna like this song. That's another prophetic statement. We shot the video, the non-animated video first. But the director was messing around, delaying. I'm somebody who digs. I'm very, very curious. So at the time, I started really surfing on the internet, and I just saw this movie one day, an animated movie, directed by somebody called Obina Onwekwe, and I'm like, an animated movie. Queen, can this guy do an animated video? Since this other guy is messing around, this guy should be able to do an animated video now.
Wait. Do you know, now I'm just realizing that is the first animated music video in Nigeria.
That's what I'm saying. Everything around Nigeria was prophetic as well.
Damn.
It was prophetic. It's literally a gift. I tell people that thing is not a song. I'm sorry, it's not for me. It's not a song.
They still blast it till
So they blast that song every day. I don't understand. One day, honestly, in my moments of prayer last year, I said, Lord, is there something that you haven't told me yet about this song? I don't get it. That they're still playing it every day, till even date. As at 2021, 2022, every day. If I go on Twitter, I'll see one radio station has just played it. I'm like, what is it about this song?
Even in clubs, you still hear it.
So he goes, so I send him an email. I saw your movie. I love your movie. Guy. Yeah, that, man, this is what's going on. I love to do a video. Can you do an animated video? He's like, he's never done a video before. He only does movies. And he just says, can I just hear the song? And he heard the song. And he said, oh my God, I have to be a part of this. This is what I need you to do. Do you have a camera? I said, I have a camera. I said, film yourself. I want to see your gestures. I want to capture your vibe, your essence. I want some of your photographs. Everything that you can give me that will capture your character and your image. So I did all that, and then I emailed it to him, and he started to do the video frame by frame. He will send it to me. He will send me 3 different, things.
Yeah,
He would do
so-
diagrams.
yeah.
I'll say disapprove, approve. I remember one particular frame. I said, please reduce my denture. My teeth are not that big. It was really, really funny.
Yeah.
And then he kept on going.
Wow.
And then after like 2-3 weeks, he said he would not send me the final rendering, and he sent it. Meanwhile, Queen was like, I said, this thing is on 419. I said, I just had this peace in my heart. This thing is on 419. And that's how I did the video. God bless. I keep telling people, if Obina walks into this place today, I don't know what he looks like. That's technology. I don't know what he looks
real?
like. I can't recognize him. For real. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know what he looks like. For real. We did everything across the internet, across email. And you see, why I keep telling you that this thing is prophetic, it was that same year that PayPal started. So that was how I paid him. I paid him through PayPal. So look at how everything was just falling in place. That is the true essence of when they say the lines are falling onto you in pleasant places. PayPal started that same year because I was thinking, how am I going to pay this guy? So PayPal, then I sent him. That's how I paid him.
So till today, you don't know what he looks like?
Honestly, if he walks into the room, so he did the WMV, final for me. And then somebody called Ilka had an MTV connection. Ilka was JJC's manager. So somebody was not able to forward the number to me. Somebody called Hamid or something like that.
Okay.
Hamid was the guy who was in charge of MTV Africa in South Africa. But at the time he was in town. So he said, email what you have to me. So I emailed him what we had, the WMV version. And I'll never forget, in 40 minutes he sent it. I said, can you do me a master? Can you bring a master to MTV? I said, sorry, can I? Bring you a master to MTV? Put down the phone. Got on the train. Hurried to a place. Got to Obina. This is what I need to do. He sent me a final rendering, and they told me that they need beta cam versions, they need DB cam. They're giving me this list of what they needed. So I went to the studio, converted, hopped on the train, went straight to MTV Base. I will never forget something. When I was inside MTV Base, I could see people standing and watching. The viewing room is a see-through room, so you can see everybody. So I'm like,
What's that?
yes,
Wow.
this is going to be a winner. And then it came out to me. We're going to screen this on the 15th of August, 2005. That will be your first screening, MTV Base. Beautiful song. Congratulations. Beautiful video.
That was it.
So you can imagine all the years of waiting and my trip back on the train. And for the first time, tears.
I know that feeling.
Tears of joy.
I know that feeling.
Because you're afraid of sophomore jinx.
Yeah.
Oh, can I surpass Allen Avenue?
Yeah, because
she just got lucky.
Yeah.
And then Ijoya, boom. And then Shola, get your behind, pack your things, come back home.
Lagos.
Orientic Ballet. Your song, you need to be in town. Your song is everywhere. You need to get on that plane and come home. But I was afraid. I only had 25 pounds. I only had 25 pounds in my hand. I was like, I was 25 pounds, but no allow me. But I said to myself, Shola, you have 25 pounds on your right hand, but you have a hit song on the left. Get on that train. Get on that plane. Then I went back home. And that was it, the beginning. I was like, what? Honestly, I was speechless. Everywhere. And the noise came in from MTV Base. Because all the other TV stations, they were doing shakara with me. And then we're like, oh yeah, I'll bring the video. I said, oh really? Oh, now that it's blown. Oh, you want the video? Oh really? Some of the DJs were still like fronting. They didn't want to play it. It's too fast. We can't play. I was saying in the car. It's too quick. The BPM. Can you slow it down? I said no.
That's it.
If you don't want to play it, don't play it. But I'm not slowing it down. That's the identity. That's the essence of the song. That's what makes it so unique, so different. You understand? And I'm like, if you're saying you can't play that, what about Idris's song or Kwashewo? That's quite fast. That's an up-tempo song. One leg up, you understand? And the song just, honestly, it just took on a life of its own.
Yeah, I mean, Ijoya.
It just...
The last time I spoke with Onkwayo, he told me he was doing a documentary on Afrobeat.
Yeah.
And I just thought about it. Okay, I know the lineup.
Yeah.
I know the lineup, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you're part of it.
Yeah.
Because
That's supposed to be on Netflix
Yeah.
since last week, right? So I don't know what's
yeah,
happening.
because I'm sure
Afrobeats, the backstory.
the backstory.
Yeah.
It has to be your story. Your story has to be like one of the major point of what that
Amen.
thing is. When Ijoya was big and everybody loves it, obviously. Then Busybody.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Then Busybody.
Woo!
Just
That was just
Busybody
crazy.
came from another angle
Yes.
entirely, and
Yes.
this is still wet MC
Yes. And P Square was crazy.
and Mama. I don't know, but
was crazy.
Your catalog is insane. Like,
It was just crazy.
how did that
It was
happen?
just crazy. My PA just came into the house one afternoon. P Square, they're looking for you, this and that. You know, Peter got on the phone. Peter was like, we have this song. We feel that it really, really suit your character, your personality. It's a song called Busybody. It's got a reggaeton vibe. So I said, please send someone over. Can you send me the beat? Let me hear the beat. When I heard the beat, I said, it's done. I told my PA, voila. I want to write on this one. So I put down my verse and everything. And then we went to record it. Eco Real Mix. It was me,
Real
Peter,
Mix, yeah.
and Jude. I think Paul was not around, and I remember I put out everything, and then that line I just the vibe they go, not be me, oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, Paul said no, no. I just the vibe they go, not be me, oh, put Ijoya, oh, nothing.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Then I put that, and then we just recorded the song. I was just like, man, this is mad. A week or 2 weeks later, Jude said we're ready for the video. You know, they didn't even waste time.
Yeah,
Bam.
straight.
Shot the video, mad energy. It was crazy. Coffee, you know, all of us. Pa.
Everybody.
And that room wasn't as big as this room.
Where you shot?
I'm telling you, it was so
It was
small.
Clarence now. Was it not Clarence?
No, it wasn't Clarence. It was Jude and DJ T, the very first one.
True. Yeah, DJ T. Yeah.
Then I don't know what happened. Then we had to now go back to reshoot. We had to go back to reshoot. It's crazy. I'm like, what happened? You know? And I love the concept, the camouflage and everything. I did the Rambo thing with the smear on my face.
Yeah, so it was 2 videos.
You know, we shot the first one. But I don't know what happened.
So they have to do it again.
So we have to do it again, you know. You just say Wayad, because they call me Wayad. Say Wayad, we go shoot that thing again. I say, what's it happen? We have to shoot again. I say, what's it happen now? The first one we shoot. So we now went to shoot. So we did the second one, and it was just crazy. Like, oh my, and I just saw it was everywhere.
Because P Square just reached out to you, like,
that's all it was.
Wow.
Because we met like a week or 2 weeks before. We did the Hip Hop World Awards together. I performed, they performed.
Yeah.
I'll never forget.
Yeah.
And we also presented an award together. So I think we just hit it off. You know, we just hit it off. And plus, I was a huge P Square fan as well. I love what they were doing, the Michael Jackson angle, the choreography, the energy. I was like, I love these dudes, man. And then the twins, you know. So, boom, and we just.
But how did you feel?
But when we do it on stage,
it was insane.
It's insane.
How did you feel though when you heard the P Square broke up, like when they split it?
I was just like, my friends on Twitter, shall I come and see your boys? I said, what's happening? Because I didn't even know what's happening that day. Say, as I was just seeing tweets, I was like, no, this is a joke. It's not possible. They're twins. Come on, they're brothers.
It
cannot happen. It cannot happen. You know, but these things happen sometimes. It's business. But what I had in my heart was that they're just going through a phase. These things happen sometimes. They'll kiss and make up, in a manner of speaking.
Yeah.
You know. So they're back together now.
They're back together. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because for me, I just can't see Rude Boy, Mr. P. No. I love P Square.
They tried. They tried, but a whole lot of us were just laughing at it. You're not ready. When you're ready, you go back. Yes. That was the way the industry was looking at them. Like, when you're ready,
and Paul still tried, though. Paul still tried the song of Yemi Alade, and there's some of his songs, Audio Money, and there's one other song. I like this song.
The two of them.
There's one song,
well,
Audio Money,
artists,
and one other song that Paul did that I really, really, really liked. You know, I love Reason With Me.
Yeah, Reason With Me.
Reason With Me.
Yeah.
If I don't get time today, I will get
Some
time
of them
tomorrow.
did well. They did well as solo artists, but
Yes.
you cannot compare the strength behind
When they come
when
together.
they come together. No,
Oh,
you
no,
cannot.
no. You know, the pictures, the
Mhm.
imagery.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's already
no,
in our head. So,
So-
once you look them as solo artists, you don't connect like it's P Square. I'm
It
connected
didn't-
to P Square. I'm not connected to
He
Paul.
didn't
or
register with me.
Peter.
I said, really? Rude boy. Mr. P. No, please. No, guys. No.
See,
Well, it's time you'd.
yeah.
And
I'm happy they're
Beautiful.
back together now.
Yeah,
They're doing very well. So after that busybody era, then for a while you went
Rerun Wo.
rerun wo,
Fiesta.
rerun Fiesta.
Fiesta. And then people kept saying, we want a Joya part 2. I said, is it a movie? It's not a movie now. Leave me alone. Let me grow. Let me evolve. I like to experiment. I don't like to stay in a box. You know, because it's even there on my bio. You can't put me in a box. If you do, you'd have to keep breaking up the seal over and over and over again. I don't like to be put in a box. I'm a spirit being. You cannot trap my essence in under a label, under a particular, you know. I just like to, like what I'm experimenting on right now. Jobless, it's crazy. It's literally there's no box. So that's like gonna be like a third phase of the weird MC. You know, coming again with a different kind of, you know, expression, but still keeping it African, still keeping it real. You understand?
Yeah.
Especially now that everybody's now into Afrobeats with the S. You know, so it's we sowed these seeds.
Yeah, and your seeds everywhere. Look at your children.
The harvest.
Your children are everywhere.
The mothership.
Last month now. Yeah, I think it was early last month that they had an Afrobeat concert in Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah, in Brazil.
Yeah, Afro vibes or Afro pop or something.
Like,
and I was like, Puerto Rico. Are
Yeah,
you
Puerto
kidding
Rico.
me?
Yes,
Yeah,
now.
in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And it was 60,000 capacity and it was sold out.
I'm not surprised because Puerto Rico, they've always liked African rhythms.
Yeah.
Some of them speak Yoruba.
Yeah.
You know,
and I
Brazil.
know a whole lot of people that actually
Yes.
went from America.
Yes. Imagine.
People flew down to just go just to have that experience. I'm like,
We need to hold on to it. We need to hold on to it. We need to hold on to it in the sense that we shouldn't lose that. We shouldn't let what happened to the Spaniards happen to us. Because reggaeton just came and then, you know, reggaeton just disappeared. What happened? What happened to the Spaniard
It
movement?
was weird. Even the last Grammy, a white band won the best reggae album.
I'm not surprised. Antibalas, they're one of the biggest Afrobeat, you know, bands all over the world. Antibalas, and I've known them for years. Yes, they're called Antibalas, a 24-piece Afrobeat band. That's why I'm saying that we need to still like take stock and keep it. Oh, this is our thing, you know. I'm not saying we should not collaborate, beautiful, but let's hold on. This is something special that we should hold on to. It's ours, you know. It's ours. I'm telling you, three nights in a row. Wheeze back to back in 02. I mean,
And everybody acts as if that was nothing.
that is major.
Everybody acts as if that was not.
They should go and sit somewhere.
Anshala, I had this conversation.
Oh, hates me.
I had this conversation with Adishok,
Yeah.
but I said, wait. So you guys did as if it was normal for Wiz to sell out O2 3 days back to back, 20,000 capacity, 3 days back to back sold out, and everybody acted as if it's normal. Like really Afrobeat from Nigeria.
And do you know what? They didn't capture that moment properly. They didn't capture it properly. Even some of the major artists cannot do that so easily.
Of course.
Three nights back to
Even Shopper
back.
said,
Back
apart
to
from Drake,
back.
maybe Beyonce, he just mentioned maybe 2 or 3 people that those are the ones that could do that.
I would love to interview him,
Like,
Wiz, and ask him, dude, like have a
how
one-on-one.
did you
with him.
feel?
How
3
did you feel?
days.
Back to back.
Back to back.
That's crazy. That is crazy. And that's just the ticket sales. Because he had merchandise. There were T-shirts, there were caps. Because I remember I saw Adishokwe, you know, walking into some place and he was ordering for T-shirts. And I'm like, oh, they've got merchandise as well. What? Yeah. Dude, come on.
Yeah. I mean,
that's major.
Yeah, I read one report a while that I was seeing how much Afro Nation made.
I won't be surprised.
They sold food, they sold tickets, they sold...
Oh, they even sold food as well.
Food.
Oh, they sold food.
Like, how much they made for that 3 days, I was like...
I'm not surprised. Wow. I'm not surprised. That's how you gotta reissue your jaw. I'm reshooting Joya.
No. I'm actually working on a new album.
Look at Burna now. Burna is literally on tour.
Just killing it.
And let me tell you what I love about Burna. Burna is a performer. It's not just an artist. He performs.
He is.
He
But I know you have soft spots for Burna.
I love
Burna. Maybe it's because of the Afro theme, but you have soft spot for Burna.
It's everything. His essence. You can see they put in work. The image.
Yeah.
Everything.
The artistry.
The space
the
thing. The space,
everything.
The way he does.
A lot of work went into
Collabo-wise, it's Burna for me.
I know.
It's Burna and Wiz. But I don't know. I'm starting to really fall in love with David Osha.
David too. I mean, those guys are just. I'm just so proud of all of them. They, as in the fact that we were under the sun,
Yeah.
And when the rain started, right, they were there, to get the shower.
Yeah.
I mean, it's blessing. I mean, it's not even about the money, But sometimes the essence.
Wow.
The essence of that journey and seeing it from the beginning to where it is now, it is so it's so fascinating. Sometimes
to see Tiwa and Brandy.
You just be
for Brandy they learn Yoruba.
Yeah.
I also listened to the song this morning.
Yeah. One of my favorite songs of all time. That is Tiwa and Omarion.
Oh,
I love it.
Man, I haven't heard that one. I need to go and check it out.
Tiwa and Omarion.
Really? And
Omarion?
Oh.
I love it. Like it's actually one of my favorite songs.
Wow.
I just love, my kids love it.
Yeah.
So for us to see that growth,
it's amazing.
It's amazing that in my lifetime I actually see this transition from
yes, but still we need a piece of that action.
Yes. That's why I just felt like I felt like okay, music is there. I still think I still have more of the cake to get from this thing. That's why I started my podcast, and I'm like, come on, you are trained for this.
Yes.
So why don't you bring it back? Then
yes,
I started something, and I've been following yours too.
My Gatekeeper series.
Yeah.
I had Stella Damasus last night.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that. I saw the post that you're gonna have.
I
saw the one with Buki. That was so interesting.
I have Mama Onyeka next week.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's because I noticed that we're not really documenting.
Exactly. Yeah.
Especially the role models, the evergreen people, the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
People just I beg, I'm not relevant again.
Yeah.
That mindset, and that mindset actually needs to change.
It is. Yeah, it has to.
We have to be part of the people who will drive that narrative. You can't just throw away and say no. You can look at Michael Jackson. He would always acknowledge James Brown.
Yes.
James Brown always acknowledged Sammy Davis Jr. They understood. They understood. Yeah.
So after all those rave and you giving those hits back to back, at a point you just went off.
Christ found me.
Oh no! No.
So I needed that time away. I needed to now rediscover myself. Who am I? Okay, now that I'm a new creature in Jesus. Who am I? Where do I go from here? There were a lot of things I didn't understand. I just needed that time away, and thankfully, thank God for people like Buki, Stella Damascus, people like the Rooftop MCs because they do what I do. People like ID Kabasa.
Yeah.
Then I started to really understand. Oh, okay. So now I understand. So it's not religion. No, this is still my gift. God gave me my gift. It doesn't mean I should stop doing what I do. Because initially I was like, okay, where do I go from here? Some people are like, you can't do what you do anymore.
Yes,
your name word MC.
You have to give
you can't do music anymore.
Gospel album.
Gospel, quote and unquote. And I'm like, guys, please. God created music. What matters is the essence, and what matters is now that I carry His essence, that will naturally reflect in what I do. But that does not mean I have to stop being who I am, because He actually created me to be the way I am. And weird MC, weird means to be peculiar, and the scripture said that we're a peculiar nation. Do you understand? So I'm just growing every day and having a ball and understanding who I am. As I was coming, I said, Lord, I'm coming to talk jobless. Let it be to your glory. Period. Because He gave us these gifts that we're stewarding. Who gave us the gifts? He gave us the gift now. He gave me this platform. He's giving me the Gatekeeper's platform. as long as you're not doing the kind of music that would lead the children astray, because now you can see the things that are happening. And we need to start taking responsibility because I'm bothered by that.
Can you check this phone for me, please?
The rates of suicide, this rape culture. I feel like, honestly, I really feel like we need to start checking some of our lyrics as well, because music is really, really powerful.
Absolutely.
And either we want to admit it or not, we're driving a particular narrative. Music affects the mind, the will, your body, your emotions. What you hear plays a huge role in how you live your life. So we need to start taking responsibility for the kind of lyrics that we put out there. The themes, the concepts, really important.
Lyrics matters. Somebody goes to a babalawo somewhere, use people for rituals, and as long as they know that it works, they don't care what the repercussion is. And that is what we're seeing in the society now. So everybody needs to start. I mean, that is why we need to have platforms like this, because many of the time, Mama, all these conversations, you won't get it from conventional TV.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, they won't talk about it. And even their time is even, they everything has to be based on ads, so time is limit. Their time has limit. So they can't really express those things. That's why, I mean, the Gatekeeper's platform, my platform, I know Ikechukwu has his own. A whole lot of guys are coming up.
Oh, Ikechukwu, really?
Yeah. He has a platform going out now.
I need to check him out.
Many people are coming out to, create other avenues where people can listen to, intelligent people that can take us to where we're going to. Election is coming. National election is coming. We don't even know who to vote for.
That's what I've been saying. Okay, get my PVC. If I get my PVC card, who do I vote for?
I told my guys, especially my Lagos management, I said, listen, I want to talk to every one of them. All the aspirants. Anyone that wants to talk, I'll go and meet them anywhere they
Banky, I'm sure Banky would like to talk.
Yeah, I'll sit down, set up with them. As even Oshibajo.
Yes.
Because when you put them on conventional TV, nobody is asking the right question.
Thank you.
They don't. Even if they do, they will cut it out when they're editing, But let's do live. Let's go live. Let people ask questions, and I ask you that, okay, this person said, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Now, even when they are having their presidential debates and everything, you could tell that the system favors some people.
Of course.
How long do we want to keep doing that? If we don't start creating the change within ourselves, and media is an important part of this conversation.
Very. Rape culture. I'll ask the rape culture, how do you guys want to curb it? Because you're saying we have the laws in place, but why aren't they being enforced? Why does an average man feel that why does he feel so comfortable, so confident to go and just take a 9-10-year-old kid and have his way with her and just feel there are no repercussions and vice versa?
I still saw one news.
Because it's crazy.
That one.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, this morning I said one boy was raped by a grown-up man, and he's been bleeding for hours. They need prayers. I was like, are you kidding me?
Prayers? Take him to hospital. What prayers?
I guess he's in the hospital, but they still need.
Oh my goodness!
It's insane out there. Do you ever think you?
Jack, I never thought there would be a day where I would read stuff. Our kids jumping off the Third Milan Bridge. That one, I'm like, whoa!
Yeah, steady.
What's going on?
It happens.
One guy, he was a friend of mine, a general in the army, and he was saying, "Oh, Mama, wait, MC, it's too late. I took sniper." I said, "What? What sniper? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?" So they were able now to track him, and they broke down his door and they took him to the hospital, pumped out his tummy. I said, "But why?" He said he just got tired. He was pressured. He just felt pressured.
Did you?
What?
Do you know one thing? Anshala, there's something that amazes me about these guys. Right, many of them, right, went to Ivy League schools. Many of them do come here.
Yes.
A whole lot. They do their vacations here.
Yes, no.
They go to America. They see how things are being placed. But when they go back to Nigeria, it just seems like one. I think it was one president that said Nigeria is just a burial ground for them. Wow. They invest all their resources abroad, and when they die, they bring them back home to bury them. That is what that place is.
Burial ground.
And it's true.
Man, that's mad.
It is true. They just don't care about our people's welfare. Human life has no value. And
the way we drive, the aggression on the roads. Bum, bum, and I'm thinking, when I hit the street, I went to go and do the. I just wanted to like, just get some feedback. Because what's it be zebra crossing? Because that's it. Maybe that Tom Tom.
That video. I saw
That's it. That's it. Be like Tom Tom.
Yeah, I saw it.
I said what?
Yeah.
Oh, I just said that Tom Tom out bad. I said. I said what?
For real.
Yeah. Like I say, wait till this. I say no. I will keep pressing. So I saw one lady and she was crossing. She was running. Someone said, I said,
are you supposed
wait them
to?
see, you want me to stroll on zebra crossing? They will knock me down. So I was like, and this was right in front of the Lagos Secretariat. So we're kind of compiling to go and present it to the government. Say, governor, see, this was happening even right under your nose. See your people, right? So they don't understand it. So we need a major like, sensitization campaign, because a lot of people don't even know what it means.
They don't know.
Some people think they're just there to beautify the roads.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't know why. They don't know what's the significance. It's crazy. It's
there was one place I was driving in Lagos that I saw stop sign. They had stop sign and they had a traffic light at the same spot. So the stop sign is there and the green light will be up. So you don't know which one to follow. Are you supposed to stop? Are you supposed to run the green light? And you'll be like. But these guys knows. This guy they go abroad now. They see how these things work. How would you put a stop sign where there's a green light?
They will say no. I can fix it back.
Are you kidding me?
Let's just deliver the project. They can look go ajo. If you stop, you see me.
But then again,
they're not thinking the way
you're
thinking now.
Everybody ba wan kuro. If everybody is leaving Nigeria,
Talo Matushi.
Talo fe tunse.
Which is what fella asked. Tani ma ba wa je. Abitabara tiwa we. But we have to, Asha sang this song, There's Fire on the Mountain. Nobody was listening then. And she said, one day we will be wishing that we put out the fire. Remember that song?
Yeah.
We have to
pull out the fire.
There is fire in Africa. We have to put it out. It's honestly, it's up to us to drive the narrative, because people are jumping off the third mainland bridge.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's deep.
It is.
Did you see that video? That just sat and I was like, he jumped. Just like it was nothing.
No, I saw one. That one is not easy. Lekki Ikoyi Bridge. That Lekki Bridge. The guy wanted to jump, so
they pinned him down. Yeah.
Pinned him down,
I saw that one.
Saying you cannot jump. I was like, it has gotten to this point where people just get frustrated and just go kill themselves. And these people don't see anything wrong. And yesterday or 2 days ago, they announced that presidential ticket for APC is 100 million.
100 million.
And you'll be like, okay, we are just starting. Now tell me, somebody that puts 100 million down to even get into that office, what is he going to do when he gets to the office? He wants to
recoup that money. He wants to recoup that money immediately.
First, before he even wants to think about anything.
No, but it shouldn't be that way. Dude, okay, fine, you spent 100 M, yes, but you're there to go and serve me. You're there to go and make a change and change. You've got 4 to 8 years. You've got at least a minimum of 4 years to recoup that money.
Yeah, but did you see the person that paid for Tinubu's 100 million?
Yes, I just saw something.
Yeah, it's one business mogul in Kebbi.
But why? Tinubu has 100 M now.
Comes in, oh Lord, I don't know what they want to do. See, me,
I want more young guys to come out. I really, really pray that this time around they give Banky W a chance. I can see that he's really, really hungry. He's hungry for change.
Allegedly, I don't know how true this is, but when they were doing APC primaries, there's a whole lot of guys that were coming out on stage to denounce their candidacy.
I saw it now. Did you see one guy? He was literally crying. No?
Allegedly, what I heard is backstage they have been threatened. Wow. Go up there and denounce now. That is, some of them came out. Then later they came out again that no, it was under pressure. So you can see the kind of games being played. It is deep.
But don't they want a change? It's not, jokes apart.
Those ones, they don't want change. It's we that want change.
Look at when we get to the airport. Do you look at the state of our airport? The last time, immediately it was hot. I just saw the ACs in a row. I was like, the ACs are not working. It didn't. It probably it could be probably just something very, very minor. Maybe they just need to put gas. Maybe that's all they just needed to do.
That airport is gone.
But they've got a new thing down that they've built. They said, I think
MM2.
they've got this new MM2.
I think it's.
I saw this new.
I
saw this new thing that they built.
But it's not.
But I pray that they maintain it. I love Nigeria. I love Nigeria. Honestly, I love Nigeria.
I'm not even sure if anybody loves that country as much as I am.
But we've gotten to a point where, come on, we really, really need to change things around. Look at the exchange rate.
We don't even want to talk about
770, 780 naira to a pound. To a pound.
Yeah. So if you're actually earning naira now, you're literally poor. Man. Because you can't even buy anything abroad. You're poor, you know. When I travel abroad,
ticket fares.
I mean, my main source of income still comes from Nigeria. So when I travel abroad to do things and convert my naira,
that thing must be painful.
Into dollars or into pounds, I just feel like, what the hell? Are you serious? I'm like, you're broke guy. You're still poor. That's the way I say it.
That's crazy.
You're still poor because you feel like all these numbers in your account. Once you convert like this, you just be like, are you serious? It is insane.
It is. I just hope. I don't know. Banky were counting on you. Were counting on. But we want more youngies to come out. Honestly.
Did you see the SARS protest when they had it?
Man, that was deep.
Were you in Nigeria at that time?
I was in England.
No, you were in England. So they actually had.
But we had our own.
You were.
Yes, I joined.
I
joined. There was no way I was going to keep quiet when that was going on. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Because that's frustration.
Yeah.
That's frustration.
Mm-hmm. And that was.
Close. I wouldn't really call it disrespect. No, it's not.
That was.
They
really
are just.
Close.
Those are. It's like your children are crying out, like, Dad, Mom, do something.
Yeah.
Do something. That's what they're literally saying.
But
the NSAS protest.
Dad and Mom cannot do anything because they're as fucked as we are.
I thought that there would be a major dialogue that will now follow.
Yes.
After that went down.
Yes.
I expected that to take place, honestly.
But
I
mean,
did.
the angle they came from, at that point, I don't think conversation can happen anymore when they were life loss and all that. Every other thing that happened afterwards was now based on the lives that the people that died and all that. So it was devastating at that point. Nobody could do anything again because we weren't expecting that kind of feedback from them. You know, we knew one or two things will happen. You know, but the way they came in that night and started shooting at people and bold enough to say nobody died is just insane.
That thing was shocking.
It is insane.
It's okay, don't worry.
Yeah.
At least I have enough.
Oh, okay. It is actually insane. But we thank God, at least the message was clear. The message was clear, and at least the international bodies actually paid attention and said that okay, something is going on there. And
when you look back at our pictures in the 60s, I saw this picture and I saw Ikorodu Road, and I'm like, wow. Yeah. So Ikorodu Road was like this in the past. You see pictures of the Tinubu Square, you see Ujuelegba, and I'm like, wow. You see Bitimeta, you see all those places, and I'm thinking, wow. Can't we go back to this?
We can't. We can't.
It was a naira to a pound.
Yeah.
It was a naira to a pound. I remember we were Nigerian Airways tickets. How much?
Yeah.
500 naira, 1,000 naira.
Yeah, I saw.
How much?
I saw a receipt of Volkswagen Beetle. I think it was 3,500 naira.
Can you imagine?
1982 or something. It was 3,500. I was like,
3,500.
Something has happened. I don't want to call it a revolution.
I feel like a major dialogue. A major dialogue needs to. We need a major dialogue.
Then again, until we understand that we need a Nigerian as a president. Until that person, because all these people that are still out,
not Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa,
until a Nigerian comes out that is ready to take care of everybody. Because I still said it a couple of days ago that I still don't understand why an Igbo person cannot be a president in Nigeria. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because it's always a dialogue, a conversation between the Hausas and the Yoruba. What happened to the Igbos? Are they not Nigerians? Okay, they said because they had civil war. Since when? Because Igbo people will see things differently. Entrepreneurship, they are the best in the world.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what happened? Why don't you give them the same opportunity? Right? Even all this lineup now, is there any Igbo person? I don't think so.
But why? Why though?
Yeah,
I'm wondering why.
Yeah.
What are they? Are they afraid?
No, I think there's something about the constitution that does not give them,
That does not favor them.
the chance to, because of the civil war that they had. Right? But I mean,
Wow.
how many people fought the civil war that are still alive today? Not too many people.
we
So
need
I think there are young Igbo guys around the world that are killing it, as in killing it.
Yes.
You know, there are lots. Let's even leave Igbos. There are lots of great Nigerians around the world that are killing it. That if they come back to that country, why not open up for people? Why
We
not?
can rebuild in
Why not call these people back home?
months.
How much do you want to pay?
in months.
Set them up and start rebuilding what the
Yes.
country is. Hopefully, I hope maybe when anybody comes in, they'll see things differently. But let me go back to you, Antishola. You still need to tell me one secret. When I look at your profile and everything you've done in this industry, I still don't know why. You never change. You remain the same way. You still stay young, fresh. There's a secret somewhere that you're not telling. You look good.
I'm trying. Thank you.
He's not trying. There's something we need to know. What is the secret?
It might sound so cliche. Sincerely, it's the grace of God. And the thing is, and apart from that, the way I eat, I'm very careful. I exercise a lot. And I think it also has a lot to do with your mindset. If you keep on evolving inside your mind, you're a progressive thinker. I sincerely believe that you'll stay young. What are those things that you ponder on? What are those things that you constantly meditate on as well? I'm open-minded. I'm open to unlearn and relearn. I want to acquire new skills. I want to acquire, new information, new knowledge. I like to mix. I don't care. I reach out to people. Reach out to Yemi Alade. Say hi. Everybody. Me, I don't care. I don't send. I don't get time for all that. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So my outlook is really, really different as well. I think that's also one of the
what do you eat?
things.
What is that one me I'm interested in?
I take a lot of veg. I take a lot of salads. Sometimes, and I love bread because bread is my weakness. But if I take bread, I burn. I make sure I burn that guy.
So you have to exercise after taking bread.
I do long walks. I could walk for an hour. I could walk for 2 hours.
Wow.
I like to do long walks. There was a day I just left Grove Park and I walked all the way to Woolwich. And my friends thought I was crazy. They said, "Where are you?" Woolwich. And they saw me, I was filming it. So as you're doing it, you're burning your calories. So fat cannot stay on the inside of you. Or sometimes I just grab my bike and just cycle around.
Because me, I just look, is this anti-vampire? This one that she does so that she does not change. It doesn't look the way she is, the same way she is. It's insane. So what else do you do apart from entertainment?
I do the Gatekeeper
Music?
series. I do the Breaking Bread series. The Breaking Bread series, we come together every Saturdays. We break bread. We share the word of God. I'm working on a book. I'm working on a script.
A movie script.
Yeah, a movie script as well. Yes.
Yeah, I know you.
Yes.
You've talked about it in some of your interviews that your first love was acting before you actually switched to music.
So my first love has always been movies. I'm in awe. The media of film, what it can do. The possibilities are endless. Film, music can drag the narrative of a whole nation, a whole. I don't. We haven't even started to really, really tap into the potential of what we have. We don't understand what we have. Now that we have Netflix, I still believe that we can do so much more.
Yeah,
much more.
Even apart from the documentary of Afrobeat, I think there should be a special documentary for you.
Yeah, I'm actually planning
you to do that. Actually tells
yes
how you got pregnant and gave birth to this new wave, that is killing it everywhere now. I think something like that will go a long way. Your social media handle is
at Word MC Official. on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere. It's Word MC Official. YouTube at Word MC Official. At Word MC Official.
So you guys hear it.
Word MC Official.
Word MC Official on all platforms.
Yes.
Instagram, on YouTube, on IG. Go and follow Word MC and
follow.
Where the old vibe is coming from. Thank you, Atishola. Thank you so much for being
Thanks
here.
for having me.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, taking your time to come, on JOI special. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye, everybody. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, my name is Jobless.